Hello, it's Alexia here, founder of Head Trash. Now, this is for you if you've signed up for one of the free live clearances that I'm going to be running. And I really just want to help you to prepare for these sessions so that you can get the most out of them. So when you sign up, you need to make sure that you plan. I think that they're starting at 2 p.m. UK time. And so you need to make sure that you've got the whole hour free in your diary, so that you're there from the beginning and you can stay right through until the end. They probably won't last the whole hour, but you need to make sure that that time is put aside for you and that you don't need to leave early. But equally, you don't want to turn up late either, because the process that I'm going to be taking you through is the head trash process for clearing traumas. And this is it's a layered approach, which means we build on, it just builds through the process. So if you jump in 10 minutes late, 50 minutes late, then you're going to miss key parts of the foundation of that clearing process. So you absolutely need to be there from the beginning and for the whole way through, because it reaches a completion point. So please only sign up if you know that you're going to be able to attend for the whole hour. If you're not going to be able to do that, then there's no point in signing up and doing this process. In terms of the space that you'll need to have ready for yourself, it needs to be a private space so that you are not going to get interrupted. Ideally, a calm environment, so there aren't loads of noises and things like that to distract you. You'll need to make sure that you can hear what I'm saying. You'll need to have an internet connection, obviously, so that you can connect and join the Zoom room. It's all going to take place on Zoom. You need to have somewhere very comfortable where you can sit down, preferably a sofa with cushions or pillows, maybe your bed, because you're going to want somewhere to prop your arms up, because we're going to be putting our hands in a position like that around our head for the whole time. And so it'd be nice to just be able to rest your arms and be super comfortable. The other thing that a lot of people report with these sessions is they get very tired as they're going through it, and they almost feel like they could almost fall asleep. So that's another reason why you want to be on a sofa, on your bed, super comfortable, so that you're best able to relax into the process and not be dealing with this kind of, maybe this tiredness is coming over you and feeling really kind of like you need to go and change position, go and find somewhere else to sit down. You also need to have tissues to hand, because some people, we're going to be letting go of a lot of old wounds, a lot of old memories. There'll be some stuff coming up from your subconscious that maybe you don't remember, but you still have emotions coming up, because when we're letting go of some of this stuff, this old emotional energy is just coming out. And even though you might not know why you're crying, you might just feel the need to cry. I know when I'm going through this process myself, I end up just sobbing loads, and I've got no idea why, because we're clearing stuff from our ancestors, we're clearing stuff that we don't have a conscious memory of. We don't know. This is just emotional pain that we've just been storing within ourselves, and it's just being let go. So that means it can get a bit snotty, a bit tearful and all of that, but those things are not anything to be worried about, because this is, as with most toxic energy things, it's always better to have that stuff out than in. And if the process of it coming out means it's coming out with a few tears, then that's fine. And that's nothing to be afraid of. But have tissues handy, because the last thing you want is to be, getting your jumper all snotty and, and all of that. So yeah, have tissues to hand. Also have a glass of water to hand. It's good to sort of have a good gulp before we start. And at the end, you might want to have also to rehydrate as well, because when we're letting go of toxic energy, just like when you're letting go of, toxins out of your body, it's the water that you're drinking. It's cleansing your body. It's letting all of that stuff, just washing it through. And the same goes to that emotional energy. A lot of people find that after doing some of these sessions that they end up spending a bit of time on the toilet, getting rid of the stuff that they've been holding on to, right? So and the water just really helps that flush through. So have a glass of water to hand as well. And and the last thing I'll say is, I have mentioned that it does get a little bit sometimes some people say it's a bit tiring to go through this process. It can be exhausting, because again, you're letting go of a lot of this toxic energy, and your body wants to get into healing mode, which what happens when you do let go of toxins and anything toxic. If you've done a juice fast or anything like that, you would have remembered that you would have got quite tired, you would have had quite a lot of sleep, and that's because the body heals best when it's asleep. So it's almost kind of making you go to sleep so it can crack on with the healing process. So a lot of people do kind of report feeling incredibly tired afterwards. And so I would just urge you not to plan anything afterwards where you're going to need to be on your A game, running a meeting or whatever, things like that, because that just might be a bit too much for you after one of these sessions. And I think that's about it in terms of preparing for the session. Some of the themes that we're going to be exploring as part of these sessions are going to be, I mentioned, they're going to be some of these universal themes that we're all wrestling with. So things like rejection or abandonment, betrayal, humiliation, shame, things like that. So, I think if you're honest with yourself, you'll realize that you've probably got all of those things going on. So, so I've made this really easy for people if they really want to take part in these clearance sessions, that you can sign up for all of them just once and you'll sign up for the whole series, but you will get reminder emails before everyone so that you don't forget. Would urge you to put them in your diary, so that if you have signed up, that you do have it in and you don't forget to turn up, because nothing worse than signing up something like this and then not, and then it passing by anything and oh crap, I've forgotten. Okay, that's it, I think. So other than that, I look forward to seeing you on the call, and I wish you very best on your healing journey. Okay, bye for now.